Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes. I'm setting up my iPad so I can see what I'm doing here. Here we go. So anyway, whoops, turn my sound down. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, I'm here tonight because I'm going to show you the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine from Stampin' Up. And yes, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. My name is Rita Holmes. And I've been selling Stampin' Up for about 6 years, and I just do it because I love it. I love stamping. I've been stamping for 20 something years, and it's just in my blood forever and ever. So I would like to invite you to my Facebook page though, Stamp Crazy VIP, where I do techniques every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. I do make them into YouTube videos later, but at the Facebook group, I put a PDF in there with the technique, how to do it, and then the card that I make, I put in the directions for the card. I love to sell Stampin' Up, and if you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you would like to talk to me about that, I sure would like to help you. You can contact me at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com, or you can get me through my Facebook page or leave me a message here. If you would, you could share my YouTube video, and that way I get more exposure in that, and trying to get my videos out there and just share my love for stamping. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. What I'm going to do is show you this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that's brand new from Stampin' Up. They've been in the works for a long time to bring us a new die cutting machine, and they've done it, and right now demonstrators can order it, and it will go live to customers on September 1st. So I'm here to give you a sneak peek of that and to show you what it's all about, and that way you can decide if it might be something that you want. I will say, if you already have a die cut machine and it works for you and nothing's wrong with it, by all means don't think that I'm here to try to sell you one. I just want you to see it, see the differences, and let you decide if you need one. I've already taken it out of the box because I did do a YouTube Facebook Live video with my Facebook group. But here's the machine. It comes like this. The handle and that is not on it. You have to put that on that, and we're going to do that. I took it back off so we can do it again. You also get directions, which is what this is about, and I'll open that in a minute. Plus you get all your plates that you need to go with the machine. So I'm going to walk you through every bit of that, and then we're also going to use the machine so you can see it in use and not just hear about it, okay? So before I even open it up, let's put the handle on it. I'm going to turn it upside down, or not upside down, but on its side. And I got to stand up for this. There's a little notch right here. That's a little flat spot in this circle for your handle. And it matches a notch right here on your machine so that that lines up. Then you have a screw with a little washer, and here they are right here. So we're going to put the washer on the screw. We're going to set the screw down in the hole here. And we have a little Allen wrench. I'm going to move this up here just out of my way. And we have this Allen wrench. Now you want to hold your handle, because you don't want it moving as you screw this on. And you want to get that tight, okay? And just pull your Allen wrench out, set it up upright. Well, before you do that, here is a little grommet, and you just stick that in that hole right here where you screwed your screw in. And you want to take this little Allen wrench and you want to save it, because if you use it a lot, the screw could come loose a little bit, and if your handle starts getting real wobbly, you might want to take that little rubber piece out and tighten that up. So this you do not want to lose, okay? So put that in a safe spot when you're done. Now, before I open it, let's go over what else came into the box, which is your directions. It's called the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine, and this is the quick start guide, which is always nice. And here it tells you what's inside the box. It tells you how to attach the handle, and it just has some how to open the machine, you know, and about putting the sandwiches together for the different things that you can do. It also comes with a 3-year limited warranty. And with that being said, please save your receipt if you do happen to buy one from whomever. Save that receipt so that you'll always have it, so that you yourself, if you need to, can call Stampin' Up, or you can go through your demonstrator and see if she can help you with that. Which I think is a great deal to get that warranty. But you can also open this up to the back, and it tells you how to put the handle on and shows you how to open the machine, which we're going to go over all that. We already did the handle, so let's put this to the side. We don't need it. Here are all the plates that come. Now with these plates, they come numbered. And this is plate number 1, and it tells you up here, this is for just die, for using with thin dies, so it tells you the sandwiches that you use and how to do it. It also has you to use standard embossing folders. That is the sandwich you use for that. And for 3D embossing folders, which Stampin' Up carries a whole lot of, this is your sandwich. And I'll go over all of that with you here. This is, that's number 1. This is number 2. And this is like a shim to use with thin dies, and that's what it says on here. It just helps cut a cleaner cut on your thin dies when you're using it. Plates, you get 2 plates 3s, and that is just your standard plates that you sandwich with. So there's those, and then you have plate number 4, and it says right on here, this is not a cutting surface. This is used with 3D embossing folders only. Now, if you have the Big Shot, or you had it, and you had the blue plate from Stampin' Up, this is basically the same as what that was. And it measures the same width, the same thickness. It's only like an 1/8 inch thick. This is like an 1/8 inch thick longer than the blue plate. Okay, these are the same as your Big Shot as far as sizes. I did not check to see if the shim was the same size, and that I just checked on the other plates as far as comparing them to your Big Shot machine. I will say that with this machine here, to me it feels a tiny bit heavier than your Big Shot. And the reason I think for that is because all of the inside parts of this are metal, whereas there's a lot of plastic parts in your Big Shot. I know you're going to say probably you've seen this style of machine before. The Cuttlebug was a folding machine. I think Spellbinders has ones that folds out, you know. There's several machines like that, but the mechanical insides is unique to Stampin' Up. That's what they designed to get their machine that they wanted, was the inside design, and that they gave us a design that would be slim, easy to store. If we have small crafting areas like I do, it makes it nice because you can fold it up, you can put it away, you can carry it with you if you happen to go to any kind of events that you have to take your own tools and machines with. It works great for that. So there's a lot of pluses to it. It's not as awkward to carry as the Big Shot, and don't get me wrong, I love my Big Shot. I've used it, well, I'm on my 3rd one, if that tells you anything. I've used them for years, and with all my classes and everything, I've really used a lot in the Big Shots. And, well, one of them I loaned out, and it didn't come back to me, and one piece, so I told the girl when she borrowed it I didn't think she could break it, and she did, but that's okay. And you know, things happen. So anyway, I have this machine now. I'm going to be using it. I'm going to put my Big Shot away for now, just to make sure that this is something that I really like and I really want to use. So let's open it up. And when you open it, it's got little indentations right here that you can just put your thumbs, pull it down, and open it. The machine is the same width as a Big Shot. This is what looks smaller because you don't have the edges that the Big Shot has around here. So that's what makes it look a little bit smaller. It is no smaller as far as the cutting area than the Big Shot. Okay? I am going to cut out a few little things, and then I'm going to show you a couple little things in the book that I thought would be interesting for you to know. So let's cut out just a simple die first, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my number 1 plate. I'm going to use my number 2 plate. Then I'm going to get a piece of cardstock. And as you can see, I'm going to cut a small die, right? hope the piece is big enough. Well, it is for this one. Let's cut this one out. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this die here. Make sure my plates are right. Actually, I forgot to put my 1 plate down, which, is normal for me. I need my 1, 2, and 3 plate. Okay, then I need my cardstock with my die. And I'm actually going to change dies because I have one that I've already cut on. I like to use 1 plate for cutting as much as I can. And then I'll change them around. Okay, you want to hold on to the handle. And you don't have to hold on, and this thing rolls really, really easy. It's really smooth, which I liked. And there's our die cut. Okay, so here we have just the little tag that I cut out. Cut out really nice. You can see all the stitch lines in it. I'll hold it up a little bit so you can see that maybe a little bit better, I hope. So I'm going to lay that to the side. I'm going to bring this back. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut another die. And just so we could see, I cut, you know, the little die I cut was pretty simple. It's easy to cut. I am going to take a piece of cardstock and I'm going to cut out an intricate die. So I have, again, number 1, number 2, number 3, my piece of cardstock. And I'm going to take this intricate die and I'm going to cut it, and we're going to see how this does, okay? Now when I'm cutting an intricate die, I run it through my machine 2 or 3 times. Just because it's so intricate, I want to... So we're going to push it through once. Now I take these, turn them around when I come back through, okay? And then let's go through, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through one more time just to make sure, because this die is really, really intricate. As you can see, my mat slides. Oh, that's so good. All right, now let's take that apart real quick. And as you can see, it looks like it's cut pretty good. You can see all that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, I'm using our old Stampin' Up brush for the die cuts, but you can get the, for the Pick-a-Tool, you can get the little brush that goes onto the end of that. I just keep this one out here to use out here in my classroom because that's where I do my videos. So I'm just rubbing this to get out all of these little bitty pieces that are all over. And it won't get every one of them out, but it'll get a lot. So let's And I hold it up in the air. I know it makes a mess that way, but okay. Let's see what we have here. I can get a hold of it. Need fingernails for this, girls, with this die. Here we go. We're getting it. Well, you know what? This machine, now my Big Shot didn't hold on to it at this tight, but this one does. Okay, look at that. That intricate. Now you can see I still got to pop some out, but that's few of what would have been. Here, let's put this behind it. Maybe you can see a little bit better, but you can see it really works on the intricate dies, which is a plus, if you ask me. Okay, let's put that back. Bring the machine back here. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take and use a regular embossing folder. Okay, so what I'm going to use there, I'm going to use my plate number 1. I'm not going to use number 2, I'm going to use one of the number 3s. I'm going to put my cardstock into my, and I'm not worried about this being straight, this is all scrap paper that I'm using. I'm going to put my cardstock into my embossing folder. My folded edge will be nearest my cutting machine. Okay, that's how you should cut. Put my other number 3 on top, and I'm going to run this through. And as you can see, that runs through really, really smooth. And let's look and see how the embossing went on it. And there's the embossing. Can you see that? How pretty that looks? I did it on colored cardstock so that you'd really be able to see the design, okay? So that's using a regular embossing folder, and that's the sandwich you use, number 1 and 2 number 3s. Now we're going to use a 3D embossing folder, which is this right here. And I'll open it up, and you can see the design is just a lot more intense and stuff on it. So I'm just going to put a piece of cardstock in here. Again, my folded edge is going to go closest to here. I'm going to lay that right on top of the number 1 plate. I'm going to take this specialty plate, which is number 4, and I'm going to put that on top. And then I'm just going to roll that through, like so. And there it is. See how nice and 3D look that is? It's just so pretty. But anyway, I wanted you to see that. So, again, I'm going to go ahead and fold the machine up. That's all we're going to do as far as any cutting on it. We just want to close it. We just want to snap shut. Okay, that's your machine. Again, let's go over these plates. Number 1, which tells you all the different sandwiches that you'll use with this die cutting machine. Number 2, which is your wedge to use with the thin dies. 2 number 3s that will be your sandwiches over and under the dies or embossing folders. And then your number 4, which is a specialty plate to use with the 3D embossing folders only. So you will get all that. You will get your directions. You will get your machine, your handle, and all that in your box from there. Now let me show you just one more thing. We have a mini machine. Hopefully it'll be out at the end of the year. And I just want to go over here and show you the difference between the 2 machines. They're both for die cutting or embossing. Stampin' Up! With all of their bundles and also their loose dies. If you see this little purple emblem, That's for the mini machine only. If it doesn't have an emblem, it can be used. Some of the dies have to go in the bigger machine. Some of the smaller ones could still be used in the mini, but you can't use that whole die set in a mini machine. So as you can see, there's a lot that will go into that mini machine. But so you have to really look and see what you have with what machine would work best for you. And also on the embossing folders, we have 3 different sets that will go in the mini machine. The rest of them have to be used in the big machine. And there again, these are the 2 machines. This one will be available to customers on September 1st. This one, hopefully, they will have out by the end of the year. We shall see. But I wanted to just take some time and show it to you tonight, so that you can think about the machine. If you're shopping for a new die cut machine, it might be the way you want to go. It looks like a really nice machine. Since I haven't used it that much, just today is my first time, I can't really say a whole lot about it. I do like what I just did with it, and I'm going to keep using it and see how it goes. And Stampin' Up! Hasn't failed me yet, so I'm really looking forward to using this machine. And just remember, I'm here if anyone needs me. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Rep demonstrator that you buy from and you really want to look into it, you can just contact me by my Facebook group. You can leave a comment here, or you can email me at ritaholmes0611@gmail.com. And until I come out with another video, I hope you all have a nice time. Thank you, and bye.